Hi, welcome back to Health Talk with Dr. Akram. I am Akram. In this program, this series of program, we are talking about exam tips for kids, written by Dr. Udara Kularatne. This book is available in Amazon. And Dr. Udara Kularatne is a consultant radiologist. He has done many exams, and he has decided to share his experience in this book, and especially in our YouTube program, especially for you. And Udara is here with me. Udara, thank you very much for being with us here.
Thank you again for having me, Akram.
In this episode, we're going to talk about how to test yourself. So you have done all your preparations for exam, and now you're going to test yourself. How to test yourself?
Important thing to remember is that until you test yourself, you don't know anything. The key with exam preparation is to test yourself regularly, not leave it until the very end. The moment you read a chapter or acquire some knowledge, then try and attempt questions on that section, on that topic, so that you know that you understood what you just read. The key is also to make mistakes early and learn from your mistakes so you can avoid making them during the actual exam.
So whenever you decide to study for it, let's say advanced level, you're going to do a science medium or arts medium, let's say. Same time you collect your books, you collect past papers or question papers.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
You keep them along, one side books, the other side past papers. So read something from your book and run straight to the past papers and read it.
Absolutely. That's a very good way of summarizing what we discussed. Absolutely.
Marking schemes and examiners' reports.
Most exams have a mark scheme or an examiner's report, and they can be invaluable as exam preparation, as an exam preparation resource. If they are publicly available, get hold of as many of these as possible, and they can form the core of your exam preparation strategy. And they will give you an idea about how you should formulate your answers, and also it will tell you the common mistakes made by previous candidates. Mark schemes actually give maybe several answers, saying that this answer will earn the highest marks, and this answer will earn slightly less marks, and this answer is a poor answer. So you can actually gauge.
This is really important for the teachers as well. Teachers, whenever they get the syllabus, whenever they get marking scheme, to show the kids how they mark.
The more information you know about what the examiners expect, the better targeted your answers, your preparation can be.
Exam is not only knowledge.
Yes.
It is the presentation.
You're absolutely right. I think two people with very similar knowledge, level of knowledge, can perform very differently in an exam. If one person doesn't know how to convey your knowledge, or how to prove to the examiner that you know the subject, will not do well. So that's why you need to know what the examiners expect.
Mock exams.
Yes, like when you finish studying a topic, as we said, or a chapter, you should attempt past exam questions or mock exam questions covering that topic, and they'll give you a better understanding about what's examinable in that section. And you should never worry about making any mistakes during your preparation, because if you learn from the mistakes that you make, you will be a stronger candidate in the actual exam. And closer to the actual exam, you can actually do mock exams with under exam conditions. So you time yourself, you get together with a friend, and you do the mock exam under exam conditions.
Let's talk about oral exams.
The most effective way of preparing for oral exams or procedural tests is actually doing as many as you can during preparation. You could team up with your fellow students and practice answering questions verbally, because knowing an answer and actually saying it out loud are surprisingly very different. Sometimes you know the answer, you know the subject really well, but when you try to verbalize it, you kind of get stuck.
Oral exam is practice, practice, practice.
Pre-exam bit. So if you've been testing your knowledge right from the start, revising before the actual exam won't be a huge burden. So don't be afraid to fail when you're doing your preparation or when you're revising. Try to make your mistakes early. They will help you identify gaps in your knowledge. And your revision, the last minute revision that you do, must always be active. The best active revision that you do is testing your knowledge, not cramming new knowledge in, but testing the knowledge that you already have.
How to test your knowledge last minute?
Yes, so once you've covered enough of the syllabus, you are then at a stage where you can test yourself under exam conditions. You can do a whole past paper, for example, under exam conditions, and you can time yourselves. I mean, initially when you start doing them, you can allow yourself more time, so that if the exam is a 1 hour paper, you can allow yourself 1.5 hours to do the exam paper. But as you gain more practice, you can actually be stricter. You can just allow yourself 45 minutes to do the exam, thereby creating artificial time pressure so that you don't feel stressed at the real exam.
And let's talk about breaks. Now we're coming near the exams, and what kind of breaks you suggest people to take?
You must have a healthy balance between studying and rest. I think we should take regular breaks when revising, and if you can take 1 day off per week from studying, going for a run or having a chat with your family and friends, listen to some music, anything, or 10-15 minutes between in the middle of a study session will actually refresh your mind and relax your mind as well. And if you have regular breaks, then you can be studying for longer overall.
Udara, thank you very much for being with us in this amazing program. We're talking about exam tips for kids, written by Dr. Udara Kularatne. He's here in our studio here, and this program we talked about test yourself, and the next program is going to be how to thrill yourself when you have done all this preparation for exams, and how you're going to enjoy it. So until then, look after yourself. We'll see you there.